how do you identify a drug that is going to be useful for some disease? The drug development program works is when you have a scientist in the lab who's discovered, say, a gene that now will make a difference in creating a molecule that will, say, cure cancer. So when that gene is discovered in the laboratory conditions, and that when you discover, you really cannot right away inject into humans. So then a drug development program is developed for that particular molecule. When it is a protein or a biologics, which is what I'm talking about, gene, we have to first identify to say how it is going to be expressed, how we are going to isolate that. And because it is one molecule, you have to make sure you can isolate and then test it. So even before it becomes a drug development program, you have to say, I'm going to test this using animal studies. And there are many animal models that are available. So if you are doing an oncology drug, if you are doing a cancer drug, you take this molecule earlier on and you test it on a mouse model or a rat model that is a disease model. Once you say it is working, then you have money to then make it as a drug candidate. Even at that point, it is not a product. It is a drug candidate. So then it goes into, once you identify that, then you have to try it on humans. So when you're trying on humans, this is where we come in as a company. We say, okay, you now need a formulation that can be given to human. And that's what we do. We provide formulation or the recipe that allows the molecule to be stable, and it goes into human clinical trial phase 1. The human clinical trial phase 1 is all about saying whether it is safe or not. Then the next step is to say, okay, now I have proven that my product is safe. Now I have to show an effectiveness. So when we do phase 2, it's called phase 2 study, where you are not only showing effectiveness of your drug, but we are also saying at what level this is going to be effective. So those are the two parameters that Food and Drug Administration, which is FDA by short form, wants you to have information. So once you have those two studies done, phase 1, phase 2 study done, then you go into phase 3 study, which is now you have to show that it is not only effective in small population, but it is statistically effective in a larger population. Once FDA is convinced that you have enough information that shows it is not only safe, it is effective, then it allows you to commercialize the product. And when it goes into commercialization, that is when you go to the doctor, you can be prescribed.